We're in this seaside school, right? The sun's shining, and the salty breeze is drifting through the open windows. In one of the classrooms, we find our guy Natsuki. Now get this, he's not a student anymore. Nope, he's standing at the front of the class, chalk in hand, totally rocking the teacher look. He's explaining this super complicated formula to a bunch of high school kids who are hanging on his every word. Just as Natsuki's about to break down this tricky equation, bam! The door flies open. In bursts Atri, this adorable humanoid girl with big eyes and a determined look on her face. She's all flustered, her cheeks flushed as she blurts out, "Natsuki, I really think I should be by your side." The whole class goes quiet, all eyes darting between Atri and Natsuki. Natsuki, trying to keep his cool, takes a deep breath and says, "Atri, I told you, I'm only teaching here, so I'll be fine. Go back to your own classroom. You have a lesson, don't you?" Atri looks like she's about to argue, but then she sees all the students staring. With a little pout, she nods and shuffles out. As soon as Atri's gone, the class erupts into whispers. "This girl Yoko, she's got this look in her eye, you know?" She leans over to her friend and goes, "I didn't think he'd be a teacher. And teaching high schoolers, to top it off, even though we're almost the same age." Her friend nods, adding, "He's smart. He went to the academy, you know. That alone can get someone's rep high." Natsuki tries to get the class back on track, but you can tell everyone's more interested in gossiping about their new young teacher. As the lesson wraps up, Yoko hangs back. She introduces herself properly, all shy and stuff, saying, "Hope we get along. Name's Yoko." Later that day, we catch up with Natsuki and Atri on this crazy underwater salvaging mission. They're swimming through these submerged streets, pushing past seaweed and dodging fish. Atri's pointing out landmarks, her voice all bubbly through the water. "Just a bit further," she says, "there should be a house with a chimney about 1 block ahead." As they're searching, Atri starts asking some pretty heavy questions. "Don't you think now's the time?" she asks out of the blue. Natsuki's like, "Now?" And Atri just goes for it. "To get a move on. Don't you want to be together with him? Forever?" Poor Natsuki nearly chokes on his oxygen. After their mission, they head back home, lugging their salvaged goods. Their buddy Ryu shows up, and they're all chatting about the day. Atri's going on and on about how Natsuki smiled during the dive. She's all excited, saying, "It's strange. Natsuki smiled. He did just now, and earlier under the sea." Ryu, being a bit of a jokester, suggests maybe Natsuki's all happy because he's surrounded by girls at school now. He even calls it Natsuki's harem. Big mistake, dude. Atri's eyes go wide, and she starts frantically searching her database. Next thing you know, she's yelling, "And Natsuki's a pervert. I'm for a rocket punch." Poor Natsuki's ducking for cover while Ryu's cracking up. The next day, we've got this super cute scene where Atri, Ririka, and their friends are all eating watermelons together. They're sitting on this grassy hill overlooking the sea, juice dripping down their chins as they laugh and chat. Atri takes a big bite, and her eyes light up. She's going on about how she can detect the taste, and how it proves she's high performance. It's like watching a kid discover ice cream for the first time, you know? Back at home, we catch Atri writing in this log she keeps.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
It's like her diary or something. Natsuki tries to sneak a peek, but Atri clutches it to her chest. "You can't look," she says. Natsuki argues, "That's your log, right? I have the right to look as your master." But Atri's not having it. She tells him, "I believe you can't look at a girl's diary." Pretty adorable how she's picking up these human habits. Meanwhile, Yoko and her friends are cooking up this crazy plan. They want to figure out if Natsuki's got a crush on someone. So they decide Yoko should confess to him, hoping he'll spill the beans about his own love life. Cut to the next day, and Yoko's putting their plan into action. She corners Natsuki after class, her heart pounding. "Teacher," she calls out. Natsuki turns, looking a bit confused. Yoko takes a deep breath and just blurts it out. Truth is, I like you. Teacher, do you have a crush? Poor Natsuki's totally blindsided. He starts stammering, trying to find the right words. Yoko presses on, throwing out names. Is it Minamo, she asks. Natsuki shakes his head. Then, that girl with glasses? Another shake. Finally, Yoko asks, then it's Atri? Natsuki's eyes go wide. No way, he says quickly. Atri's a humanoid, and she's a small girl too. But something in his reaction makes Yoko suspicious. She keeps pressing, and finally, Natsuki lets slip that there is someone from his past. This sets off a whole investigation among the students. They start digging and find out about this accident Natsuki had when he was a kid. Turns out there was this mysterious girl who saved his life. Yoko's telling her friends all about it later. He said she was 5 years older than him. She had silky hair and red eyes like Ruby. As this is all going down, we see Atri really trying to be more human. She's staying up late reading books, telling Ririka, I'm going to go to the academy like Natsuki. We also catch her in the kitchen, flour on her nose, trying to learn how to cook. Natsuki's putting his hopes on me, she says determinedly. Okay, I'll do my best. Now, here's where it gets really emotional. One evening, we find Atri alone in the primary school room. She's sitting at this old piano, her fingers hovering over the keys. Then she starts to play. This hauntingly beautiful melody that seems to fill the whole room. Natsuki, walking by, hears the music and stops in his tracks. He stands in the doorway, a look of recognition and nostalgia washing over his face. As the last notes fade away, he says softly, that's a nice piece. Atri turns, a small smile on her face. Yeah, she replies. The person I adored used to love this song. There's this moment of connection between them, like they're both remembering something important. As they're walking home later, there's this tension in the air. You can tell there's so much they want to say to each other. The sun's setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. Suddenly, Atri stops walking. She turns to Natsuki, her eyes filled with emotion. Natsuki, she says, her voice trembling slightly. I... But before she can finish her sentence, we cut away. The scene fades to black, leaving us hanging on the edge of our seats. But wait, there's more. Just as we think it's over, we hear this mysterious voice. It's soft, almost like a whisper on the wind. It's been a while, Natsuki.